Really, I thought the most umbrage you seemed to take was to sort of his trying to relitigate what the definition of an impeachable offense is.
Yeah, this is the big new addition. This is the first TV lawyer that we've seen deployed that Donald Trump added to the team. This was a disaster for Republicans, a total unmitigated legal and constitutional disaster. Ken Starr, at no point in this dramatic, at times mournful opening, explained in any factual or legal way what's different. If anything, he drew attention, and there are senators in that body who understand the history, he drew attention to the fact that the last two times we've had these modern impeachments, Clinton and Nixon,
they were for less.
We had abuse of power among the original articles. There were 3 articles for Nixon, one of them was abuse of power. There were 4 articles for Clinton initially, one of them was abuse of power. So Ken Starr brings that attention back. When you hear this mumbo jumbo about technical crime versus high crime, abuse of power is the ultimate high crime. And it is what presidents usually get impeached for. And so listening to this, it was remarkable because Ken Starr is Mr. Abuse of Power. And I was listening, interested, ready, open-minded to hear him somehow distinguish, explain, get into foreign policy. He had nothing. He came up empty. The other point on a fact check, again, this is Starr versus Starr. Usually you want someone else's name on the other side. He was out there shadowboxing with himself. Yeah. And I think constitutionally, it may or may not resolve this case. But for lawyers and senators watching, constitutionally, we watched Ken Starr punch himself in the face and then walk off the floor. And anyone paying attention thought, that's odd. You asked one of the panelists earlier, my friend and former boss, Caroline Frederickson, well, what's in his mind? We don't know what's in his mind, but we do know what's in his hands, which is his own hypocritical history. Can I read one more thing to you?
Yeah, but can I just add a question to it? Because maybe you can answer this for me. And what I asked Caroline was, what explains this? Is he born again on the question of a national impeachment or a hypocrite?
I think clearly a hypocrite. And a hypocrite.
2 votes for hypocrite.
A hypocrite as of his
3?
The last time I spoke to Ken Starr, he came on the beat. I said that was great. I invited him back. He said he'd be happy to come back. So I'll always talk substance with him. But he was here for his book, his new book. Yeah. And I'm reading from it. This is what he writes. Again, this is the man who just went out there and said, oh, well, abuse of power is not good enough. You need a technical crime. He wrote, quote, abuse of power was our judgment that Clinton had improperly employed the powers of his office, including meritless invocations of the doctrine of, wait for it, executive privilege. That the abuse of executive secrecy he thought was abuse of power. He goes on to write, abuse of power was important in his case against Clinton because, quote, it created the conceptual link to Watergate. Quote, with Brett Kavanaugh as chief wordsmith. Our set of charges proceeded from the first to abuse of power. And finally, my last quote from Ken Starr, again, Starr versus Starr, and why he was so unhelpful to the president today. He explains, quote, we had 10 counts of perjury and obstruction building to, quote, what we viewed as the capstone. Our final count abusing the president of abusing the power of his office. Abuse of power stood at the center of the president's behavior. I give you Ken Starr.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.